Is it weird we were on into the Western theme of after?
No, because we were talking about Kevin Smith, and that's perfect music to wrangle into, you know.
Kevin Smith. Oh well, I started thinking about a stranger from the desert. You know,
that's right.
Here comes Randall. He's a berserker.
What's happening, everybody?
We're lucky. We're breaking up the normalcy around here because Kyle, thanks for joining us, dude.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
How are things?
Excited to talk to us.
How are things in sunny California? Because it's cold as well. It's not terrible today, but it's been cold as hell here.
It's good. It's like the sun's out, but it is colder. So, and by colder I mean it's like
70s,
you know, like 62.
Wow, man.
My girl is freezing. She's like wearing blankets and sweatshirts and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's in the 40s here today, but that's better than like the 8 degrees it's been the past couple of days around.
Yeah, and I was born in Detroit and I lived in the Midwest until I was about 6 or 7. So I may have forgotten physically what that cold kind of feels like, but mentally I always know that when it's like 62 and I see people like wearing like parkas, I'm like, you have no idea. You don't know what cold is.
I've seen that when we went to San Diego. My first couple of times I thought that was weird that people would be walking around in hoodies and stuff, and I'm like, holy moly, this is warm.
We're Californians are a soft people, Robo.
But then I go to Minnesota in the wintertime and it's like, nope, I'm heading out.
Yeah, they're wearing flip flops while they're no, yeah.
It's not even jacket weather.
It's cutoff season.
Kyle's my hero.
Aw.
Killing it.
I'm all right. Thank you, though. Thank you for the kind words.
Afternoon.
What's up, guys?
Hello. Yeah, we are technically into the afternoon for everybody. That's good. Usually it's like, afternoon to those who, don't live in warmer places. But since we're in the afternoons now, we're good to go.
It's 6 minutes into the afternoon for me. All technicalities were on the same page.
I don't even want to think about Canada weather.
Yeah. I'm complaining for no good reason.
All right. It's always a good way to start off a stream. It's complaints.
That's right. Get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's like you build up to the strength because you guys got a lot going on right now. Kyle, right? Some new stuff about ready to hit, and you guys are kind of in the midst of, I guess what would be construed as like, okay, there's no Toy Fair this year, so you're announcing some new stuff as the days go by, and we're kind of in the middle of that right now, yeah?
That's right. Super 7 days of teasers.
Yeah.
Yoko will have me mention. She worked really hard on it.
It's exciting stuff. Bruce Lee was kind of an out of nowhere thing, for sure.
But I mean, everyone loves Bruce Lee, especially us too. Flynn is really into all of his films and whatnot. And when we're talking about it, he'll pull out references and I'm like, was that in that movie? He's like, yeah, that was in that movie. Like, okay. And I've watched them all, but it's just been so long. So it's cool to be able to work on such a iconic dude. Because like we'll work on like heavy metal icons like Lemmy and Rob Halford and King Diamond and stuff, but we don't have a lot of film icons yet, and I think Bruce Lee's kind of the first one like that.
And he's very toyetic at that.
He is,
by his personality, style, and oftentimes costume choice. It makes for good toys.
Yeah, I mean, we typically try not to make figures of real people just because they can get kind of hairy with licensing and just like you said, toyeticness. But like dudes like Bruce Lee are so iconic and they kind of pass into legend, right? Mm-hmm. That it makes sense. Like I kind of put him and Andre in the same category of like, yes, they were real people, but they are like they're legends in their own right. So I don't know what I'm grabbing for up here. There's nothing.
They're elevated status above us mere mortals.
That's right.
That's your
stratosphere.
That's your finger pointing away at the moon.
That's right. You want me to rope that for you, Robo?
That's right. Get that heavenly glory.
It is Sunday, so welcome.
Yeah.
Best day of the week.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I gotta say, I'm excited for some Roger Rabbit reaction too. That was another one that I was like, ooh, that's cool. And of course, the main characters are rad, but I know I mentioned it to you before the full reveal happened because I was like, ooh, you guys got to do some Weasels, and right there, that's rad.
Yeah, it took all of my strength. To like, shut up and wait, dude. Yeah, there you go. The Weasels, because they're incredible. Judge Doom, because everyone loves action figures of their childhood trauma.
Yeah. You guys did me dirty with that teaser for it. It's like you take one of the most traumatic like film experiences of my childhood, and it's like, guess what? We got a really cool thing to announce. Now have this get back into your brain and be traumatized all over again.
Remember this, kid? Hope you still have your therapist on speed dial.
Now you can reenact it and show the therapist just where that tune boot melted.
Yeah. No, that's our awesome photographer Johnny recreating that. He loves that movie, and he had all of the props and stuff to be able to recreate the dip, and it's so cool.
Wow, that's cool. Now, does that stem out of? Is Roger Rabbit technically Disney? I
couldn't tell you. One, it's not. I'm not on that one.
Right.
Not that it really matters. We're all a team or whatever. But I don't know personally off the top of my head. So. I think it probably is just because of Fox stuff, but that's purely speculation at this point, not actual knowledge.
It's hard to follow along with who owns what these days.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a neat. Roger Rabbit's one of those. It's like it had toys when it first came out, but as I grew older into kind of having a bit of an understanding about licensing and stuff like this, it's one of those movies that just makes you kind of go, there is no way they're going to be able to get everything shored up around licensing and whatnot, because things have to be all over the place for a movie like that. So it's cool that you guys got that.
It's definitely rad. I hope it opens up some gateways.
Is there a license thing for Christopher Lloyd? Is that why you had to go with for the card back?
I think so.
Yeah,
because we made some Back to the Future stuff too. If you look at that, he's not featured there.
Gotcha.
But couldn't tell you outright. But that does sound right to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's cool. And those are like, what did I see like the release that those are like next week, right? They're going to be those aren't I don't think those are a pre-order. I think those are shipping. Let me pull up Instagram so I'm looking at the same thing that you are. I was going to say, we have these amazing devices where we can check this stuff.
Sorry guys, I should have done the homework. Anyways,
yeah. But so it's cool too while you're looking at that. So the 7 days of reveals will obviously continue tomorrow and into next week, and then I have some time scheduled to talk with Brian. I think on Thursday, probably after everything, to talk through the culmination of it. So that should be exciting as well. Yeah.
I think our teasers end on Wednesday or so. So that's perfect timing. And
the timing is right.
Anything I'm gonna mess up here on this stream, he can rectify when you talk to him on Thursday.
Well, it's funny. It's always a good conversation, but it's also entertaining when you talk to him, because it's like those things that you feel like any person should have to like, well, let me look that up and take a look at it. He just pulls right out of his brain.
that's why he's our fearless leader.
Yeah. That's rad. Roger Rabbit's a big
really good. It's not super obvious on that image, but she is injected in red glitter plastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You now I don't know. It's like I'm always excited for cool stuff as far as like reaction and whatnot goes. But man, I mean, you know me. It's like maybe someday, pump them up into the other form factor that we know and love around here.
Oh, Keshi, right? That's what you want?
Yes, exactly.
Keshi, Roger Rabbit?
I like Keshi too.
Got it, yeah.
I like Keshi too.
I mean, let me write that down real quick for you.
Wish list.
But yeah, those weasels are definitely those are the highlights for me for sure.
Yeah. It's a zoot suit is what they call those. It's just so ridiculous.
Well, it's ridiculous and crazy, like the journey that those characters have had, like starting off in like Mr. Toad and then never showing up again until like this movie, and then they're continue to be gangsters, but they're
that's right. That's why
more
you're so jazzed about the Weasels, is because of its connection to Mr. Toad.
Well, and they also show up in, it's like Mr. Toad, then they're Gravediggers and Mickey's Christmas Carol, and then they hit Roger Rabbit. So they've definitely had an interesting go as far as where they've been cast in these movies.
Well, from what I know of my Veebs lore, one of those is not even remotely equivalent to the other. Pretty sure Mr. Toad is why you're super stoked. I'm not sure that Mickey's Christmas Carol is the hill that you're willing to die on.
You'll be surprised, my friend. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Then why don't you mention that more instead of Mr. Toad every time we talk?
Because I want a Mr. Toad Ultimates figure more.
There you go. All right. See, to me, that just puts it above the Christmas Carol.
Okay, then I'll agree with that.
All right.
But here we are. It's something that's brand new that's just been revealed, and I'm getting tangential again as usual. So,
oh man, this is the fun of it. Is you get these awesome toys, and then you just think of the possibilities.
Yeah,
and, that's where some people explore those possibilities in different ways. It's speculating with me and Romo on this stream. Some people just build outright customs and say, no one's making what I want, so I'm going to make a Mr. Toad Ultimate myself. And that kind of stuff.
That goes
all part of the same play pattern.
Yeah, that goes beyond my probable skill as a customizer and my abilities as someone motivated to do such a thing.
Could you take like a NECA Toon Frog and just make it, Vacation Mr. Toad?
I hadn't thought about that, but
now he is though.
Put an ascot on one and some spats, and it's like, and maybe some long black socks, and it's like Dad at the beach type of thing, Mr. Toad at the
the Danzig at the beach.
Speaking of wish listing, real quick, Mark wants Super 7 Ultimates Galaxy Rangers. I wanted to grab that before it fell off because it's such a good suggestion.
That would be good.
And
Speaking
he also
James
Bond.
Things.
Oh, and he paid for those too, and you didn't even know first.
I was coming back around. I had him queued up.
Okay, all right.
And James Bond, that's like the thing that everybody I think tries to chase.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a big licensing deal too, or is that like a thinking of a toy line of people in suits?
I mean, well, there's that, but I do think licensing is probably a big problem for that one as well. Because if you're gonna make a Dr. No James Bond, and if I don't know this for sure, but if Connery's estate doesn't want to put out likeness, like, would you buy a Dr. No James Bond that sort of looks like him?
Yeah.
This is Don Slattery as James Bond.
Again, it comes down to dude in suit with gadgets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not like they cast nobodies as Bond too, so the cost of that type of thing just remains high with every single person that's ever portrayed the dude. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see, what else is coming this week. But we do have a few things I think that we can talk about that you are like that we're gonna have to take Kyle back to the past, back to when he was working on stuff.
Were there any other teaser things you wanted to talk about? Because we brought up too.
I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, what else? What was it? There was one I was excited about too. Critical Role. Okay, all right. I got to talk to you about that because I know that you're big into D&D. You got to help a guy because I don't know what Critical Role is.
Okay, happy to help. Would you like the elevator pitch?
Yeah.
So, elevator pitch on Critical Role. It is a group of I think 7 or 8 professional voice actors who have done stuff in video games, animation, movies, all that stuff. You've probably heard their voices before.
Mm-hmm.
They're all friends and they play Dungeons and Dragons together. And because they are professional voice actors, they do like their own, like they do the voices for their characters in like a very professional, like full on character acting, committed type of way.
Gotcha.
And they broadcast it and it's become this whole thing. They're on the 3rd campaign now. Robo talked about it in the weekly a little for the past 2 weeks, but they just released an animated show on Prime Video that is very much, and I think you called it out, Robo, and I thought it was perfect. It's very much like the old D&D cartoon, but like for adults now, and people who like they curse and they have sex and they drink and do all this stuff. Just because anybody who's ever played D&D, like that is a very big part of that game. Is it just always goes crazy and there's cursing and heads exploding and all that. So yeah, it kind of just started as this little podcast, and they built a really, really big fan base, and I think they do crazy numbers. It's insane. Like they did a Kickstarter for miniatures of their characters, and I think they asked for like, again, I'm not looking at this, so please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think they asked for like $200,000 to produce them, and they got like $2 million.
Dang.
They asked and then they did another Kickstarter where they wanted like an animated intro for their podcast of their characters, and then they got like $11 million, and it became an entire series, and that's how you're getting the run.
Yeah,
like their fan base is insane, and I know that because I am one of them. So, and I'm happy to announce that I am working on these, and I'm very excited about when these drop because it's going to be super, super cool.
Awesome. That's cool. It was Powell. That was the one that I was excited about because I mean it's fun from a kid who was who liked to think that he was a good skateboarder even though he really wasn't a great one. But just the direction of this, and of course we're not needling today, but there's a lot of different ways that you guys could be approaching this. So I'm kind of excited about this.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, and it's just rad that there's like toys that represent that kind of culture. Because I know in middle school for me, which was 20 years ago or so, the skateboarding and skateboarding wear and all that stuff and skate shoes were so big and all that for me at least. So it's cool to have that connection. I know that these go back even farther than that. This is one of those ones that Flynn is going to be able to really walk you through on Thursday. I would have everyone tune in for that because that's going to be pretty great.
There's got to be hopefully there's some whale tail representation somehow in this because that was always like for some reason I was so into that with like one of my first boards was like whale tail, man. It was cool.
I somehow missed all the skate stuff.
Yeah, I used to ride fish boards for sure because I'm a bigger dude and I never felt that like the trick boards would support me enough.
Well, my cousin, he's older than me, but he got into longboarding and he still does it. And I kind of wish that that's what I got into now, being a little bit older, because it's just like there's just something cool about that, and just like more, I don't know, organic about it. I guess it's weird to say.
I would ride fish boards, but I would put longboard wheels on it because I liked cruising rather than doing jumps and stuff. And I never got into longboards because like I see those dudes going and like the board's bowing and it's like an inch from the ground as they're like going. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, snap that thing in half.
Well, it was tough for me anyway because I was goofy because I'm left everything except right. So I'm a left-footed skateboarder, and it's like friends and other people, it's like they can't help you out.
No,
when we're like learning.
There's a reason they call it goofy.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, yeah. I never got into skateboarding. Dirt roads. That's all I had.
There's dirt boards.
Just lots of gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need like the all-terrain wheels that they actually make now.
Yeah, and then go back. I'll start now.
I'm sure there's some sick hills you can bomb in Arkansas.
End up in trees.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a fun. I think that's a fun one, not only because of the property or properties that it is, but also just I don't want to know it. I don't think I want to know anything about it until like you guys show the first real stuff from it, because it's like your brain goes in a lot of places because it could go in a lot of places. So I'm excited to kind of be surprised by that one and just see, at least the initial direction of what you guys are going to do with it. But when I saw that one, I was like, man, Brian's got to be just like doing one of these and talking about all the possibilities for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And then the Laika thing, that was another unexpected one that was that's a pretty big one too, man.
Yeah. We're all very excited about that. I personally love all of their stuff, but Paranorman is my favorite. So like, I don't know. I haven't seen any good toys of that, so I'm very excited for what we could be doing here.
Well, that one really strikes me as that it's an expansion on like an age group to me.
Yeah,
because like I like this stuff and I have an appreciation for it. I didn't grow up with it like so much of your other stuff, but this like captures another age group of people who like really grew up with this type of thing. So that's cool just for that purpose, I think.
Yeah. It's some of the best claymation or stop motion out there. I think there some of them are more beloved than others, but I don't think that there's any bad movies in their catalog, so it's very exciting.
Yeah. Lots of different characters and lots of different stories, but it has a style that is consistent, like kind of consistent, I guess. I mean, I know it's not the same from every movie, but it's like you can tell when it's one of their flicks, like instantly,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, cool. It's definitely the reveals have been unexpected, and I think that's been a big fun part, because I think everybody kind of defaults to, oh, we're going to see what's next and what we already know about, but that's never really a whole lot of that's not really ever been your guys' style for like convention reveals. It's like those things that are shown when they're ready to be ordered or pre-ordered, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, cool. Well, cool.
And there's more to come, right? I mean, you're in the. It said 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think there's more to come.
How'd you guys pick 7 days as the number that you wanted to?
Couldn't tell you.
My dumbass went along with that question for the first half, and then I realized. Yeah. I was about to say because it's a week.
Well, that is weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, so the Roger Rabbit stuff is going to be hitting soon, but I take it probably most of the other stuff we may still have a little bit of time before we learn a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean it's very similar to what we did last year.
Yeah,
where some will come sooner than others.
Well, then maybe doing a pivot to stuff that's coming now and stuff that I know that you worked on. I was pretty excited to get this little guy, and I haven't opened him yet because I have another one coming, but I want to keep the one that's got the card back in best condition carded, because man, this is this Rey. I mean, yeah, I'm biased, but this is a substantial reaction figure. It's crazy.
Yeah,
the form and size and whatnot that he is kind of compared to a standard. And I'm just glad I can say this is my first Rey fillet of the year, right?
There you go. That's not a lot of years in your life you get to say that.
I don't think there's ever been a year where I think I only have one, so now I'm up to two, so that's good.
The best part about that is that he's actually like not that different from the vintage figure.
You're right. Yeah. He's as far as size goes and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's not that far off. You're right.
Yeah. This whole wave is a lot of guys who just kind of break the form factor a little bit, which is why
Mutagen Man.
And Rey's supposed to be, he's the fist fighting fish. So if he's not a little bit bigger and doesn't have the wings, then what's the point?
Yeah. And Mutagen Man's a crazy one for a reaction execution as well, because you're right.
Not water sealed. I'm going to say that right now.
You what?
He's not water sealed. Don't try. There's not even an opening. I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but
yeah. I haven't gotten the rest of the wave yet, so I'm looking forward to getting those. But to me, it's kind of where Ultimates has gotten to. It's like, yeah, I love my core characters, and I'm glad that we got the early representation of them. But now that we're a little bit further into the line, seeing crazy ass dudes like this, that's when it gets really exciting, I think.
Yeah. It's exciting for us because it's not like you have to get the core characters out of the way. It's like we do them because we love them, but it's like like I love Donatello, but like we're here for Rey fillet,
I'm with you.
I guess I'm the oddball because I'm down for core characters, and once it gets out into, I don't get as excited. So maybe I don't know.
But in a world where you have to choose, would you rather have just the core characters or core characters and these weirdos?
Oh, I got nothing against getting the weirdos, but I don't know. I've always, I guess because I don't remember a lot of that when it got that far out in the cartoon or the comics or the toys, it was, I was around for the first and then not so much afterwards.
Sure.
I in a weird way, I sometimes envy that, and that I wish that for so many of these properties that I love, that I could just be like, okay, I got the core characters, and now I can, be done. But
I definitely have nothing to get. I'm not like, quit making these weirdos. Give me more core characters.
Yeah,
that is not my stance at all.
But like, I obviously, have you opened your turtles yet? Did we do this? No,
I haven't been to his house yet.
He would under normal circumstances he'd be up here in a couple weeks, but since Toy Fair was canceled, we gotta get something scheduled.
Yeah, because
when you do, maybe we'll all do it live together, and I can
pull them out.
I can answer for my crimes. It's like, Kyle, my hip joint is loose.
Hit you up live.
Perfect. But
yeah, I'm excited. It's just I haven't hit the road.
Yeah,
because it's been a while. Because I have 3 and 4 for you now.
Only there was some kind of carrier service that you could.
That costs money, man. And at this point, there's a stack because there's Thundercats too.
Deliver it for you.
Yeah. He's got quite a stack actually, because there's Thundercats in there now. There's about to be more Thundercats.
I mean, FedEx does freight.
That's the blackmail to like have that's the blackmail to have like FwooshCast live all in the same place,
Yeah, I typically would use the word incentive, not blackmail, but
gotta rope them into coming up.
Yeah, because I'm not the one who makes the drive.
And it is a boring ass drive.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's just okay, my truck still only has basic radio, right? It's older.
Mm.
So you get halfway through that trip, for half the trip, there's no radio station. There's nothing coming in except for maybe like a country station or two.
All right, I got an idea for you, and hear me out. So that section where there's no radio, right? You got a truck. I believe you have children who are at driving age. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, but they're already
okay. Well, that part might get tricky, but you can have them drive the truck, and you can tie a rope to the back of the truck, and you can practice that skateboarding we were just talking about.
Oh no, it is pretty quick.
That's how you make that drive interesting.
I don't want to do that at 80 miles an hour, though. Not that I drive
80 miles an hour. You're not a psychopath.
That's how fast I'm usually driving
30,
through that Kansas.
Start out idling and then give it a little bit of gas.
Yeah,
I was gonna say turn sidewalk surfing into like sidewalk skiing.
Plus, I don't know if I trust my kids to be dragging me behind. There would be 80 miles an hour. Just keep going.
You think they'd peel out?
Yeah. Later, Dad.
Does anybody water ski when they give it too much gas and the rope just goes out of your hand? Right?
I've never water skied either.
No.
Man, you're making me realize I have a boring life.
No, that's the point. I could never do it because my cousins were a bunch of jerks and they would always just punch it and
done it.
Rip. That's probably why I have carpal tunnel now. Is they rip that rope out of my hands too many times.
There's been a few times on a sled on a gravel road, but it's not cool.
I'm picturing John Candy in the Great Outdoors now, where they're tearing him all over the lake, and he doesn't let go of the rope.
That's right. That's right. There's a photo of my father on his wedding day, water skiing in his tuxedo.
What?
Because you can launch off the dock. Like that's how you do it. Is you like have your ski and you're on the dock and you have them gun it and you like jump on and it's crazy. So if you think I'm adventurous, my father is. He's the real hero.
Dang.
So you got married. Oh man, yeah. I'm trying to picture all this. How the events worked out.
It's like you say I do, and then it's like I'm out of here.
No, I think just because weddings. I guess I haven't done one, but as I understand, like the bridal party has all this stuff to do, and then the groom just kind of waits until it's time. So he had a bunch of hours to kill, and so him and his groomsmen, it's like, all right, let's go on the boat. What else are we doing?
Oh, and as the wedding starts, you let go of the rope and slide into.
Come on in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now see, there it is right there. Great Outdoors Ultimates. Uncle Roman.
Yeah.
The bear.
John Candy. That'd be, I don't know. He's in that film icon category, I think.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Buck Ultimate.
I shouldn't have said anything. What an asshole.
Brontosaurus.
It wasn't the burgers, it was the ribs, right?
It was the ribs, right? Yeah.
Another fabulous John Candy movie that could.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Oh no, sorry. No,
that's John Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman.
Yeah.
I would want Cool Runnings, and he comes with the sled or the bobsled.
Hey, the bobsled team made the Olympics this year.
That's right. See, no better time.
See, we talk about timely and topical things.
Feel the rhythm,
on
feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time.
And I was about to blurt out, "Are there Olympics going on?" That's. I don't watch anything but toy news. Damn it!
It all ties back to toy.
Yep.
Oh well,
we've really gone off the rails here. What were we talking about?
Yeah, because what we were going to talk about Thundercats or something, and we've already covered off Uncle Buck and Great Outdoors Ultimates in front of like.
I want for the record that is not confirmed. This is all.
Oh yeah, people start posting on Twitter about how.
No, that's not
Candy movie Ultimates.
No.
Well, okay. So Kyle, let's have some, because Thundercats is what we were. Thundercats or Series 4 are getting ready to start shipping very soon, I believe, right? I mean, they've got to be like right there. Once kind of the samples are in, they're pretty close. Yeah. So people are going to start building out their collections a little bit more. But so you've had a chance now to have the final product, and I know that is it's a different experience for you as someone who kind of sits on the other side of the table, right? So having the final product that is, I guess, somewhat new to you at this point. I mean, honestly, I think that this is by far and away overall from really prototype to final figure, this is definitely the strongest wave so far, I think.
Well, that's very kind. You know, try to make them all good, of course.
Well, series, it's like every line, you know, it kind of ramps up to hitting its stride, and you know, I'm a big time Slythe guy, but Monkeyin is like really wanting to like kind of get in on Slythe's space as like the best mutant.
Well, I mean, I probably sound like a salesman, but you know, why not both at that point?
Obviously.
They look good together. If I had a third hand, I'd be holding up my Jackalman.
Well, and that's something though, because Series 4, I mean, Slythe was maybe the start of it, but Series 4 just kind of, it feels different in your hands. You know, I don't know what it is about it. Did you kind of get that at all? I mean, it's like there's something to the style of these, or maybe it's like the substantial nature of like Monkeyin is a big dude, but then Snowman is a giant dude. It's like this is really starting to show to me the possibilities of the line with where it can go in terms of size and form, like where Ninja Turtles exists by now, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of it is that a lot of these guys are a little bit different. Mm-hmm. You know, they kind of break the classics mold that was set up with the first wave, and you know, some of the third wave. I mean, like Jaga kind of uses the same form factor and stuff. I think Slythe was the first example of that form factor getting kind of altered, which is why I think it resonated with people so much.
Yeah.
But you know, I think Monkeyin, because he is slightly bigger, is, you know, improving on that form factor after this long. And like I see you're holding up Snowman here.
Yeah.
You know, one, he's just a brick of plastic, so, and everybody loves, you know, that big old I call it the murder weapon weight, where it's just like, oh, yeah. I weighed him, actually. He's actually like a pound.
Wow.
So,
well, it's a blunt force trauma figure.
Yeah. And honestly, with him being so large, and I think the Marvel Legends Hulk is kind of the same way with me, is that you don't expect them to move when they're big figures. You don't expect them to move as well. But I mean, the first thing I did was put this guy on the Masterverse Battle Cat just to see, and he sits on that thing better than a Masterverse figure does.
I was gonna say, who told you to do that? I don't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I would love a Snow Meow. It'd be super cool.
But Monkeyin was one of those. It's like you could tell that he had like a unique torso, but I just kind of had it in my head, assuming that, you know, he was going to be built as pretty much the same size as like Jackalman, but he's a lot wider at the waist and up through his shoulders, and part of it's because of the fur on the top than Jackalman, and he really does have. He's got a really good range of movement, I think, in that ab crunch, which is perfect for the character to have him kind of hunched over and whatnot. So it's just it's the different builds, but also it's some of these, you know, little details with the movement and whatnot that I think is really cool with this. So
well, thanks, man. We try and improve on each wave, so I'm glad that people are starting to notice.
Yeah, and I called this out too, is that one of the things whenever you're like looking at something and you don't have them yet, you start to wonder, okay, how successful is this going to be? And I don't know, the leather strap that goes down monkey in his leg. That was one of those. It's like, oh man, if that's thick or stiff or brittle plastic, that's going to be an issue. But the material is really exactly what it needed to be. So I was really pleased to see that as well.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so there are some unique design challenges with all these characters. The rubber or leather strap on his leg is being one of them. So I'm glad that it worked out. Same with the like fur on his hair, on his head, and on his like shoulders.
Yeah.
Because like the Jackal Man like separate piece kind of overlay thing is decently successful, but it's been however long since that one originally came out. How do we innovate on that?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it doesn't, to your point, I mean, his shoulders, I mean, you can get that mace right up above his head. Yeah, just like that, and that's cool.
Yeah,
but then you guys went full on cloth for Pumyra, which I kind of expected was going to be the case. And I'm not typically a fan of cloth, but the right decision was made here. And the cloth does a really nice, with the wire and the Velcro and the cuts and everything, you guys have really got the soft goods down for this dude. And he's kind of the sleeper of the wave. For me.
I was surprised by how much I liked him. I mean, I worked on him, of course, sort of like all my children, but like getting him again in hand, like I haven't, just to put it into perspective for folks, like I haven't seen these guys probably in 2 or 3 months. And so, but I'm working so far ahead that there's stuff that like, I just, it's like, oh, I'm done with it. Like moving on. And then I basically get to like experience them again once I get my samples. So it's like, oh yeah, like good job. No. But I worked on him, and he was, I remember him being cool, but then like I get the same feeling that you guys do of like, here's the presentation, here he is in the box, and open him up, moving the joints, posing him. It's like, oh yeah, like this guy's cool. And I think for me, at least, like part of the big thing with this guy being so good is that he enhances your Lion-O experience too, because he's got the closed fist claw shield, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Cool. And then this one is like a little known thing, but the Pumyra comes with the vertical hinge hands, and if you can suspend your disbelief a little bit, obviously that's like not the right color.
Yeah,
but posing and in photography and stuff, like it works.
Yeah.
So
well, and those it looks like to me those the up and down hinge is going to be present with the mirror Lion-O too. So
it is, yeah, that's correct. So
some possibility there.
Placeholder until you get those,
huh?
It's a placeholder for me until I get those.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
because those will match.
And Pumyra comes with the larger scale roaring head as well, which is sitting in wake right now. But you I gotta hand it to you guys. You created a new page on your website that essentially tracks where every pre-order for Ultimates is right now, and that head's waiting for the larger Mumra the Ever Living, but we're getting real close to Series 2 as well. Yeah. And that's got to be as cool as 4 is, and it's arriving. It's pretty much arriving fairly close to on time. Series 2 has been the backbreaker for everybody, and there's got to be some relief that's coming with this.
It is. We're super excited. There was a meeting like a week ago. It's like, it's finally here. It's shipping. Like it's done. Yeah. And those of us who have been around long enough to know that, we're like, oh, thank God, finally. There's some new people who are like, what is that? But it's been a long time coming, and we're very excited to finally have those ones out, because obviously Ever Living Mumra is the one that a lot of people are really, really looking forward to. But finally getting Tigra and an updated Pumyra and Groon finally getting released as well. You know, that's the way that you're going to get your core Thundercats. Obviously, Chitara has her own issues as well, so you're still waiting for that core team. But you know, can't understate the importance of Tigra being in the collection.
It's now officially the year of the tiger too. So
that's right. It's like we planned that. It's like, no, guys, next year's year of the tiger. Wait one more. We did not say that. That is absolutely not what happened. Do not
go. It's exciting because I mean, as a Thundercats fan, I have had nothing but, you know, confidence that we were going to get to that point where it's going to be like, all right, things are rolling now and whatnot. But, you know, with the history of the property and in toys and things like that, it's like you still have a little bit of that, I don't know, battered fan syndrome that the release of Series 4 and with Series 2 coming out, 5 well on the way, we're going now. So I love what these individual figures represent on their own, but for the direction of the line and the progress and the future of the line too, I think it's a big deal with these 2 series hitting.
Yeah, man, future is bright.
Yeah.
Just to point out, I've seen this several times, but we're supposed to convince you. that
I mean, Hammer Hands in Wave 5, it's doing them.
No. That's Berserkers, man. Those guys are cool.
Sorry,
but
I look like an idiot right now.
No, because I'm kind of with you because I think the Berserkers are rad, and I'm gonna get it now, I'm sure. But maybe with the exception of Chilla, I don't think the Lunatics are all that great. I think they're overrated. So I'm gonna hear it. I know it, but
we're gonna make a lot of Thundercats toys. So
yeah,
there's a very strong possibility that the Lunatics fans will be satisfied.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say I wouldn't buy them because I would. It's just for me, the cartoon series season 2. It's like the Lunatics like were there and they took away screen time from Slythe and Monkey and those dudes. So it was like, where are my favorite dudes? These guys aren't as cool as those dudes. So
I'm glad to see that you hold grudges.
Lifelong.
You Lunatics, what you did to me in 1985.
Damn you.
Ask him about Zuckus taking. No.
You know what's funny about that though, Robo, is that yesterday or earlier this week was it was Willow's birthday or Wicket's birthday, and it was it showed a picture of him when he was a kid playing with Star Wars toys, and it had it had all the main guys, and then right there he had Zuckus.
Yeah,
I was like, man,
because it's one of the greatest characters.
Oh,
I rewatched the Robot Chicken specials pretty recently, and I loved Zuckus, Conan O'Brien Zuckus show from the very first one.
Yeah,
I need to go back and watch.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know there was Zuckus on Robot Chicken. I've seen the Boba Fett ones, but I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, others. He's in the very first Star Wars special.
Really?
He does like a fake Conan O'Brien show, and he's voiced by Conan.
See, even better. Look at this.
It's so is Conan O'Brien the only person to have ever voiced Zuckus then? Has he ever talked in any other?
Maybe. I don't know. Because he does come back in the second one as the voice of Zuckus too.
Because he never talked in Clone Wars or anything. Because right? Did he show up in Clone Wars?
I think he might be the only voice of Zuckus.
I think so. Because Dengar definitely talked in Clone Wars, but I can't remember Zuckus or not. Huh?
I'm getting everything all confused because I'm actually reading comics right now with the bounty hunters and.
Are you going to read him as Conan O'Brien?
No? And now it's stuck in my head because he refers to himself in the third person in the comics. So
no, he doesn't really.
Welcome to Late Night with Zuckus.
Zuckus now interviews.
Well, now that you say that he talks about himself in the third person, it's like now I'm hearing Jimmy from Seinfeld. Well, did you watch Robo? You didn't watch Seinfeld, did you?
Oh yeah, the Jimmy. Yeah,
Jimmy is a guy who always talked in the third person. So now I'm hearing Zuckus doesn't really like that. Now that's lost on you as well. So sorry.
No,
They also made up
my girl and I are going through all of Seinfeld right now.
Mhm.
Again. We're on season 9, so I think that was like 2 seasons ago. And
yeah, because he's got like the vertical leap shoes.
Yeah, and he's trying to sell them all. Yeah.
All right, now we need a really, really pointed and odd Zuckus custom with the Jimmy voice chip and the vertical leap shoes underneath.
Yeah, that we would sell that figure to literally you.
Me, yeah.
Not even Robo is completely lost, and I have other things I want to buy.
You think, wow, that's a really stupid idea.
But it is Zuckus and Star Wars related, so you may sell 2.
There you go. Just for custom fodder. You get
because they made him a precog too,
Zuckus and then give him the Conan hair on top.
Ooh.
The giant slope.
Yeah. Man, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Thundercats somehow.
Yeah, right.
Thundercats.
Obviously, talking about Thundercats leads you directly to Zuckus being voiced by a Seinfeld character and wearing vertical.
Well, what went that direction was grudges,
right?
And bias,
it's
opinions about best bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Not a grudge. It's just I don't forget.
That's right. I never forget anyone who crosses me, just like Uncle Leo.
Especially animated characters.
That's right.
Oh well. Yeah, I'm excited for people to get Dengar and Bosk. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew those.
Sorry.
I couldn't remember if the other one showed up though, but that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, for people to get the new Thundercats, and hopefully Series 2 is gonna land in laps right afterwards. And then the obvious next thing to happen is that it's gonna be starting the call for let's get Series 6 out there. So
that's right. Yeah.
It never ends. But that's good.
All of that is well on the way, or in progress in some fashion. So
I'm excited. Yeah, because the site or the page on your site, on the Super7 site that we were talking about with the updates, I was actually kind of surprised. Yeah. That Series 5 is already at the place where it is with, it's through tooling and things like that. So that's cool. That's really cool.
It's on the water right now. The page doesn't lie.
Yeah.
I love this picture.
Yeah.
There's just something brutal about it.
It's crazy. I was able to at PowerCon last year, I helped set up the prototype, the 3D print that we had for it. It's like I know that we charged, a slightly higher price point for this, but he is irresponsibly large. It's can't this plastic be used for something else? But no, it's so cool how big it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna rule. And then the Thunder Tank video with Josh. You can we've seen it, measurements and all of that, but putting it in real space like that, it's crazy. That thing is huge, man.
Yeah, he's a big boy, but he's got to fit 6 Thundercats in there. So and they're all 7-inch figures, so you do that math, it gets just bigger and bigger each time.
Yeah. That's that's gonna be neat. But so that's kind of in its near tooling stage, right? Or it's ready. to go. What about Chitara's at the factory right now? Do you know where she's at specifically as far as progress or timing or whatnot?
No, so I mean, it's hard to say just because right now factories are on break for Chinese New Year. So we'll know more once they come back. Yeah, but right now, that's all we got, just because they told us like we're working on it and like later, and then they go off and they do their holiday as they should.
Yeah. So. Well, and then there's the ramp back up period. So probably like in March or whatnot is when more news will start to probably flow out once they're kind of up and going at their normal capacity. Yeah, because
probably. I mean, this will be the last time we ever talk ever. So
goodbye forever.
You'll hear as soon as we hear anything.
I think it's one of those things, though. It's like it doesn't really work the same way there with like the Chinese New Year break and whatnot. It's not like here where it's like you're off for a day and then everybody's back in the office the next day. It's like things gradually. It's like people gradually come back, right?
Yeah, because a lot of it is travel time too.
Yeah,
people work in factories in different provinces or areas or whatever, and then have to drive 1,200 miles to go home for their holidays and stuff. So it takes a long time.
Yeah. Well, cool stuff, man. And I appreciate you coming on and talking about it. Like you do, and you've got. I know there are a lot of things in the hopper as far as Super 7 goes, but you've got some exciting stuff coming too. So I don't know what else the 7 days of reveals are going to bring us over the next few days, but there's a certain property that I know that's near and dear to your heart that I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing some more stuff soon. So I'm going to be keeping fingers crossed to see if that's going to come around. But
we will see.
Yeah. Who knows? Exciting stuff. So keep it up, and like I said, it'll be crazy if like boats get there at the same time or something, and then people get Series 4 and then Series 2 like the week after or close enough. It's definitely going to be an embarrassment of riches for Thundercats delivering. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be very exciting, especially with how long it's been for some of these. We realize how frustrating that can be. So I'm excited for people to finally get the figures that they paid for almost 3 years ago at this point, just because of crazy delays. So we appreciate everyone's understanding and the support. So,
well, that's the thing. I added Snowman, and it's like he only is going to have probably a few weeks before Pumyra comes along, and it's like, oh no, I'm the largest Thundercats figure now, Snowman. So sorry, you're gonna sit down a little bit.
Yeah, I want to say Snowman's a little bit thicker.
Yeah,
just in like the barrel chestedness. Yeah. But Pumyra's like a full inch taller than
it's crazy.
Snowman. I realize it doesn't really help anybody because no one has a Snowman in hand right now. But if I, if you did and I said it's an inch taller, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, that's a big dude.
Yeah.
And that's why the bad guys are always cooler.
Yeah. So put it into perspective. I'm pretty sure that the Monstar that we showed with the big old fist picture, that is 11 inches tall. So he's only, 2 inches shorter.
Wow.
And he's 11 inches to his spike, I think.
Yeah.
So he's, maybe around his like mouth level or so.
Yeah, that's one of those figures that's like you got to plan a display around him, right? Yeah. You got to make sure that you got room for
the display.
That main, villain. It's like, man, the Silverhawks are going to arrive on the scene and they are going to be like, you need to find a good place for us because we demand it.
Well, at least Monstar does, yeah.
Yeah.
He's large.
He's large. And soon he'll be mine.
Damn it.
we don't go many shows without busting out the Popeye movie. Oh.
Let's see, where did it go? Oh,
Yeah.
That's gonna be my phone background.
What?
The forearm measurement.
Well, it's one of the. It's weird that's actually more. I don't know. Of course, you can say it's an 11-inch tall figure, and I know how long 11 inches is. I can pull out the ruler and stand it here and say that figure is 11 inches tall. Okay, I get it. But having that next to it as reference actually puts it more in real space for me. So it's like it becomes in my head easier to kind of understand.
I was laughing at Robo's face when you're like, I know how long 11.
I've read YouTube comments for way too long.
Oh.
Well,
Uh-oh. It's not me this weekend.
Oh.
Kyle said it, and then yeah. 11-inch comments send you into the abyss, my friend.
And YouTube went, nope, we can't have that kind of talk on our platform. But then you think about, there's people, I mean, everybody has different size hands and forearms, and so it's kind of odd, but at the same time, it gives you an idea.
Yeah.
And plus the thought of, somebody going, we need something for reference.
There you go.
Do this.
Yeah. Well, that's lots of cool stuff. And what from series 4, what you got Linkso and Monkey in, right? I think.
Yeah. Did I get Linkso? Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah, because you got Pumyra, and I know you also ordered Bengali. So
because I was really down for Bengali. That was my big want, and I think I got Linkso just because he was part of that 3 new.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm not sure. I don't know. You tell me. Because it's. Does he need an invite?
Yeah. Hold on. See if he can rejoin.
He should just be able to click the link right out of the same email.
Okay, he's going to restart.
Okay. Freeze frame.
Well, in the meantime, on the last day of the Super 7 Days of Reveals, it was announced that Wednesday is also Star Wars Black Series or Star Wars Hasbro live stream, right?
Before we get into that, I apologize for doing freeze frame to the tune of Jitterbug. I don't know why I got those crisscrossed in my head.
But freeze frame.
Do out of my heart. Do you really want to go into the Star Wars live stream? Is this where you want to go with this?
I don't know because that was announced and then new figures have been found, which makes you think that it's like that was going to be a big part of the, I don't know. It's just I feel like it should be acknowledged because it's the first live stream since the last live stream, which there's been a lot that has happened and has not happened between then and now. Yeah. So it's like,
now, speaking for myself, I saw that picture, but I'd still be excited to see them revealed. But I can also see a lot of the chat being, this is old. Why are you showing this to us?
Yeah.
Even though it was 3 days ago and it was like a weirdly lit, angled picture of what we're getting. The secret's already out.
And if they're already out there too, it gives me hope that they'll be getting everywhere quickly because that's a wave that is really strong, and I really want those characters. So it's like the less I have to wait for it, the better. Because as I mentioned before we started today, I still don't have the bib wave yet. So
that's what I was about to say. This could be the same situation where we see it. Oh, it pops up here. People are finding it. They ship a few cases to retailers and then.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that, I'm optimistic. And I can't help it. I keep going back. It's like, please,
Yeah.
do me
But
right.
I mean, Omega, Ahsoka, Echo, the client, which I assume,
well, we don't have confirmation for the rest of that wave, right? I mean,
right.
I miss the days where you could just flip that box over and see who else was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, as Marvel Legends does. But I think Star Wars doesn't do that just in case you don't find the rest or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird PR strategy to me, but that's a whole other conversation.
Again, maybe with the license licenses secured again, they're I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst.
I hate to kind of focus on that because I do really love the figures, especially the new ones that aren't repaints and whatnot when I get them. So it's like I'm excited about it, but it just feels like there's a lot of unnecessary like mental baggage that comes with it, and it's all like self-inflicted at this point.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. It's strange to, I guess part of the reason why I wanted to mention it is it's the context of how it's trickling out, right? Because since there's not a toy fair and this live stream is happening, it's almost like this is probably like the February Star Wars news, toy news that we're going to get, and that's probably going to be it for it, right? I mean, they're not doing like a faux virtual toy fair type of thing, right? I don't think.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, they're not doing a Pulse Con or where they just throw out a bunch of stuff. I think. Who do we say? What was the stream at the end of last month? Was it G.I. Joe?
Mm-hmm.
They said we'll see you in 30 days.
Yep.
So maybe they're just going back to their monthly and working through, which I'm okay with. I don't need 60 reveals in one live stream. I'm okay with 3 or 4 every so often.
Yeah.
Because again, think back to way back to not even Toy Biz days. Maybe then all we had was Toy Fair, San Diego. That was it for reveals, and then 2 waves a year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh yeah, and definitely that goes off.
Oh yeah.
Even if they're having a good stream, I don't look at the chat.
Well, like, and my fear is that like the turning the chat off, the chat will become too powerful this time around because it has the potential to override your turning it off. It's like going to come to life and destroy us all. Yeah. 100%.
Do you want a black chrysanthemum?
Yeah, 1000%.
Yes. See, that's a great topic to come back on.
Yeah, well, I definitely ended on a low note, so I'm sorry about that. That was weird.
Hey, it wasn't me, so that's all right.
Was it a low note? There's no low notes.
There is no low note. You're right.
That's right. Oh,
I think we were talking about 11 inches and how big that is. And
oh yeah, like did you see your face when you said 11 inches?
And I had mentioned 11.
Then you froze.
Isn't that much?
Yeah. It wouldn't be a FwooshCast if it wasn't.
Yeah. No, I don't know what that was. Maybe it's probably because I never turned my computer off. So,
whenever I share the screen right here, I usually get a comment of two of, "Oh no, you need to update your system," and that'll be there for 6 FwooshCasts.
It's like, nope, not going to happen because as soon as I do that, you guys don't get a FwooshCast anymore. I don't know how to work it.
Yep, because something updates and breaks everything else.
Because I'm on my work computer to talk to you guys every day. It's like, oh, no backups for 1,037 days or however many long days I've worked at Super 7 or whatever.
Dang.
I'm not going to do that because as soon as I do, I'm going to lose something and then I can't make the toys everyone wants. So
everything's gone.
Chrysanthemum, yes, 1,000%. Why isn't that already a thing?
Yeah, we were talking about there's a Star Wars Hasbro Star Wars live stream on Wednesday of this week too, and it's like,
yeah,
excited but scared
because I didn't even realize that they had scheduled it for the last episode of Book of Boba Fett?
Next to last.
No, I think it's 7 episodes.
I thought it was 8.
7.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Dang, I thought there were 2 more. 7. That's
Now you're trying
to. That he is. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're trying to compress everything.
I know. Well, I mean, with the tone and tenor and storyline of the last 2 episodes, I mean, I've been completely cool with it. It's like, there's going to be plenty of time to get everything to come back together and do its thing in the last 2 episodes. But if there's only 1, dang.
Yeah.
Compression.
Yeah. Right. Well, maybe it'll be like 2 hours. They'll surprise us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've been enjoying it so far. We talked about it offline, but the last 2 episodes have been great, and I'm here for it.
Now I can understand frustration of the tone change. I mean, it was like going along. I felt like it could, but again, I'm going to wait for the whole season and then judge it by that, and then I'll be like, oh yay, Star Wars, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, who's mad about the tone change though? I feel like I was like, I love Star Wars, so don't get me wrong. I feel like I was kind of bored for the first 4, and then these last ones, it's like, oh, like now I'm engaged.
Well, that's what I mean. In the overall scheme of things, you could have taken a few things and sprinkled it to break up the Tatooine stuff,
Sure.
Through the first few episodes. But really, there's going to be episodes that I go back and watch several times, and there's episodes I'm going to go back and watch once.
Just like Mando. I do the same thing.
Well, that's the part of it is that for the difference in the tone, and I mentioned this, that almost half of season 2 of Mando served as jumping off points for other things. And while it was really fun and cool to watch, it may not have been exactly like what the Mando storyline needed to be. So this is kind of like playing back to that. But I don't know. It seems to me that Mando and now Book of Boba Fett and any of the other shows that they're going to bring that take place in this same time space, right? I have a feeling that once all those get going, it's going to feel more blurry in terms of what belongs where as far as individual shows go, because it won't become as important because it may be a bigger overall thing that they're all going to be a part of. And so they are going to overlap. And it's like, okay, just because Mando season 3 doesn't happen until the end of the year, you're still getting things here. And there's probably going to be Boba Fett stuff that's going to come through on Mando season 3. And it's all just going to start to interweave a lot.
Yeah.
Unless he ends up in a hole again. They could kill him. He could be dead in this next episode.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why would you say something so controversial yet brave?
because eventually Tim is going to have to be acting off of himself when they bring in live action Rex, and they bring in Boba Fett and Rex meeting each other, and it's going to be crazy.
They have the technology. Yeah. He doesn't even have to act that other side. Somebody else could be doing it.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to be there.
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't need anybody anymore.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
Super scary. But I like did you guys watch the behind the scenes thing for Mando and stuff? They talk about using the deepfake and stuff, and how it's like this wonderful technology because it gives you the ability to bring back Luke Skywalker to take and train Grogu and stuff, but that's some evil villain shit too. In the wrong hands, that could be horrible. And they even mentioned that it's we got to use this technology responsibly, or else this is we're gonna contribute to the end of the world.
That's why Disney grabbed up that YouTube guy that was so good at it, right?
Yeah,
so they could have control of the tech. Son of a bitch, it's Disney.
Well, and honestly, he looks better. I mean, they hired that guy, and
he looked a lot better.
And I didn't realize until after that Hamill didn't even do the lines. They fed that into a computer and it spat out.
Well, to be fair, I feel like that part is a little bit more obvious. There wasn't a whole lot of emotion in all of it.
That's true
to me.
But
Which
It
they're
was
like, oh, he's a
convincing,
Jedi
yeah.
now. He doesn't have him. Like, no,
Mhm.
it's because they're limited by.
Wait, he didn't do the voice?
No,
No, that's all
they
simulated.
took all like Hamill doing audiobooks in the 70s, 80s, or whatever, and the first movies, and fed it into a computer, and it
That's
did the
machine learning.
lines.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what it's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what Vives is thinking right now? I don't need to be online. Somebody could do this to me. Feed all this into- I'm off
This isn't
YouTube.
Kyle.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a simulation of someone who is not worth simulating.
Yeah, we're gonna get these toy guys and we're
Well,
gonna simulate those.
well,
and ruin their
it's
lives.
funny. It's funny because home life has been crazy for like the past, month and a half or so. So in order, like, I have to get up early on Wednesdays to watch Boba Fett because I will not be spoiled for it because I will get way too mad. And the thing is that I'll watch it that morning and then that's it. I step away from it. So like, it's like I don't pay attention to the chatter about it so much simply because I don't want it to lead into maybe something that I think might get spoiled that I don't know that people are already talking about or whatever. So I haven't been paying attention to any of that stuff. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
I have to wait till the afternoon, and I'm afraid. Well, yeah, the chat will definitely go off. But if they're having a live stream that morning,
Yeah.
are they going to be talking about the last episode?
Yeah. I would
Sure.
I'd get up and make it a point to watch that last episode before that stream.
I mean, it drops at midnight on Tuesday, so just stay up.
Yeah, that's
2
true.
a.m., sir.
Oh, is it 2 a.m.?
Our time,
Our
because
time?
it's midnight Pacific. Yeah.
I thought you liked Star Wars.
Oh, now you challenge me.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't care.
No, I may have to do that, and then after everyone gets home that night, it's like, oh, let's watch the newest episode.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't done
I'm gonna guess that they don't spoil anything. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, you got to think.
Showing
hopefully.
characters like, here's your Chrysanthemum, here's your Chad Dane, all that.
Chat.
Your Boba Fett in Back to Tank deluxe set, shirtless Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, Boba Fett's going to be okay. Now, here is Boba Fett as he looked when he was on the eastern perimeter of the Tusken camp. And next year we'll get the way that he looked when he was on the western perimeter of the Tusken camp because he's slightly more sandy. And we've got
I like where your head's at, but there's a more obvious repaint that none of us have said yet. There's probably a deluxe Sarlacc escape Boba Fett with like acid splattered
shiny like slobber paint on.
Comes with a tentacle to wrap around his ankle or something.
Before we get the actual book of Boba Fett,
probably
with the black pants and the
Boba Fett in his underwear with the shiny like paint application so he can fight that chrysanthemum all backed it up.
The oil wrestling.
The oil bear wrestling. Space bear wrestling. Oh.
I'm trying to think of the names of the other characters. I haven't memorized everybody yet, and I was trying to.
Well, I mean, there's the Cyberpunk 2077 characters, and there's.
Well, I was gonna say it's the Tatooine neutrinos.
Yeah, that is what they are.
Need the Teen Titans.
No, it's to me they're American graffiti characters that were in the background somewhere, probably. They
were hanging out with what's his name, Sleaze Bagano. They're death sticks from him.
Yeah, death sticks guy. Yeah, probably. They kind of dress the same.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't even know if I want to bring it up. In the comics, during the Bounty Hunter storyline in the past 2 years, at some point, there is an assassin codenamed Deathstick, and I can't help.
Really? That's pretty good.
But he's at home rethinking his life.
When I first saw her, I thought it was from episode
Afra?
2, Zam.
Oh yeah,
She has that kind of look, but she's more ninja.
But the Zam Wessel was the changeling. So was it? And she died.
No,
so
this
was
is
it like
set-
the person she was copying.
Oh,
But that was also like 80 years ago.
right. Because this storyline was running between Empire and Return of the Jedi. The whole
Sure.
Boba Fett getting Carbonite Han to Jabba. There's a lot of stuff that apparently happened.
Hmm.
I'm looking for a picture.
Man, I need to read more comics.
Once I got into it, is it going to bring up what the?
Well, I read a lot of the Dark Horse stuff.
Now we need a Dreo figure.
Yeah, Rancor Keeper.
Yeah.
Death Stick.
Cool. That's Death Stick.
Looks like he's had a lot of death sticks.
She's very thin.
Oh, I assumed. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is that a picture of Death Sticks up there in the middle?
This one?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Yep, Death Stick. That's what I was expecting.
Those are just the neon glow sticks that haven't been cracked yet.
You don't know what they do in the lower levels of Coruscant.
I can guess.
Dang. Somebody makes death sticks. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of chatting about that.
Because we haven't seen anything since that, right?
No. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been out in it since that. So, and it's just like, but to that point, it's like, oh, that HasLab campaign should have been delayed by a few months. Oh, but I don't know.
That's gotta come back in the last episode, right?
There's got to be something.
If he doesn't write it in the last episode, like, I'm gonna be real mad.
What would have been the point of it, right?
Exactly.
There was some build up.
Yeah.
And see what they need to do is that he needs to get on the back of the Rancor, and then Treo needs to cut its chain with a giant machete like weapon so it can take off and start running into battle. So you get that machete thing in there too.
Do you think, here's a question. Once Boba Fett, first of all, the first thing that Boba Fett says is, I want to ride it. Like, what's her face? Violet from the Willy Wonka. It's like, I want that thing. Like, it sounded like one of the spoiled kids. I want to ride it, Daddy. It sounded like that to me.
No, Veruca.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I want to now.
Veruca Fett.
A little bit. It's fine. We're talking shit because we love this stuff so much. First of all, so
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's to me the obvious thing is Mando's there now. Mando's got his full arsenal with him. Boba Fett gets up on the Rancor. You know, Trejo cuts loose with the machete, so Robo gets his dream. And then, you know, it's like kind of going all over the place. And then Mando tosses him the pulse rifle to like get it back into like shape, just like the Christmas special or whatever. And then you have the live action version of Boba Fett riding, you know, Mythosaur with the actual like shocky stick that he did from then. In a big dust rumble. Yeah.
We haven't seen the pulse rifle in a little bit, though, have we?
No. I don't think it got broken or anything.
Last I remember seeing it, because I've watched that episode several times, was the Crate Dragon. He's shooting it in the side of the head, and then I don't remember it after that.
Well, I think he used it to get out of the mouth, right? Because it was like all shocky when it came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was on the Razor Crest.
Oh shit.
Oh dang.
Maybe.
Because he wasn't carrying it.
I know. I mean, he has the dark saber now. Does he need the pulse rifle? I mean, the pulse rifle is badass because it just vaporizes dudes.
Plus,
Right.
I don't think Boba's going to be able to like use a weapon because it's got to be on the Rancor.
No, man.
As he demonstrates.
He's ridden bigger things before. He one-handed that mythosaur.
Yeah. He himself said,
yeah,
I've
but
ridden bigger.
It's like how you ride the bantha.
Yeah. You just mechanical bull that shit.
Yeah.
That's not as easy as it looks, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Oh.
Everyone knows this is a universal sign for riding, though. Doesn't mean you actually ride it like that.
Yeah, whether it's speeder or bantha.
Or Rancor or mythosaur.
Or blurg or whatever.
Right.
Oh yeah, blurg. Illegal pulse rifle. Yeah, everybody's saying Razor Crest.
Bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I guess he didn't have it after that, did he?
No, he got the
last thing that survived was the spear, right?
And he was holding the spear
and the little ball.
Yeah, but maybe Boba Fett has his like stored on the. What are they? Is it still the slave one? Whatever.
I think it's still technically the slave one, but they are now referring to it as the fire spray, like the
fire spray. Yeah, maybe his was
to me,
stored.
That's like calling the Falcon a YT 1300 freighter, right?
Yeah,
doesn't really roll off the tongue
because that's not as cool a name.
No.
Even the backup name for Slave One is cooler than the, fire spray.
Mm-hmm.
Fire spray.
I can't remember what I saw the other day when he was trying to get out of the garage, but was it a meme where he can't get out of the Jabba's palace? He's trying to get
Austin Powers.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. I just I don't know. I hope that. Well, dang it. Are we talking about spoilers now?
We've already done it. At this
Have we already
point.
done it?
Not for the last episode, I don't think. Right?
Okay. All right. I won't say anything because I'm always sensitive.
Touched on it.
But you got to think that's an easy reissue with maybe a new head. So here's my dumbass rebuying it and getting a custom head. I know. I can't help it.
I have the. I think I took the Luke with the poncho or whatever, that Luke from Return of the Jedi, and I tossed the poncho and I tossed the helmet, and then I bought like a black wired cloak for him, and now that's Luke for the Mando display, and I don't even with his even if he has future appearances in the series, I think that's enough for me.
Even because the tunic's wrong, right? I mean, that's really the only difference.
Yeah, but it's black.
Yeah,
I don't really care that much. If I want, the little like flappy do with the white on the inside, I can paint that myself.
That's the end of Jedi, though, right?
It is.
In Mando, he's got the more traditional.
Yeah, it's a little bit more roby, but he's got the at least for me, he's got the big old hood from the finale of season 2. So you can't even see that anyways.
You think they're going to go back and deepfake that episode?
No.
You don't think? They went back and
took
Pants
That's a lot more work than you think it is.
But that's the beauty of streaming, though, because it's like they can't do it.
They took a jeans guy out of the
do it. I think I'm gonna guess that Disney wants to distance themselves from the remastering of Star Wars anything.
Oh, Mando's special edition.
Yeah, I don't
on VHS.
I get removing jeans dude from the hallway. That's probably really easy for them to do, but like redoing the entire face for Luke in that whole thing is probably like a lot.
Dude
more.
already did it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, and then
all they have to do is download it.
But
I watched that video. It sounded like it was a lot of work.
Yeah,
but then they'd have to add Cy Snoodles to come in with Luke in that scene too, and right behind him when he comes to save him, right? Because that's what makes it a special edition.
Yeah, that's right.
Snoodles was on the, wasn't he on the, or she was on the sail barge, right?
Well, a lot more. Of
you don't think she made it?
I don't know. Max did.
That's true.
Was he on the barge?
I
You think there was like
I think he was in the palace.
Yeah, during the Great Pit of Carcoon.
Yeah. I don't know.
Was any of the band on the barge?
I don't think so.
Let's watch Return of the Jedi.
Right now. It's only like the first 20 minutes we need to watch, guys.
Yeah. Because honestly, I just watched that part and then skipped to the...
But we have to make sure that we watch the dance number.
Which one?
All of them.
Oh, all of them? The
Yeah.
special edition, original?
Yeah, all of them, because,
So
that could be very important. She could leave, and you could watch her
true.
get on the sail barge mid-dance number.
Or
there could be escape skiffs.
Maybe.
It makes me wonder though, like how the cost of doing like the deep fakery and whatnot goes, because are you guys like down? Are you wanting to see now a show that follows Luke during this time?
No, I think for me, I view him like the Hulk. I think you can have him come in to other people's things. I think he's a lot like Vader in that you need to be very careful with how often and how
large. Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost better to have them sporadically, not full on.
Yeah, because like it's this Obi-Wan show, like they keep talking about Christensen coming back, and I think that's great. I think you're going to see him a lot less than you think he is, because it is the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah,
and I think characters like Luke and like Vader have such power to them that you devalue them the more you show them, if that makes any sense. Like I was honestly surprised that he came back again.
Yeah.
So like everyone else was.
The 1-6 shooter's next comment is what I'm hoping for. That's what I was talking about when I didn't want to get into.
I do hope that.
I hope that's true.
He wasn't. I mean,
do that to me.
I haven't went back and compared the two when we do see them, the sound of the band, if it has the piano or not, because it makes sure to focus on, was it the Bith doing the horn?
Mm-hmm.
The figurine guy, yeah.
So obviously everyone's upset about the fire spray renaming, right? The real controversial question is it still called jizz music?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
because I think I saw something. Who interviewed the other day? There was an interview going on, and they were talking about that.
Yeah. What did they say?
They were just talking about just exactly what we're talking about. Jizz.
Yeah. What's funny that's kind of well, God. So there's a hilarious like meme picture thing out there where it shows like somebody's Apple playlist and it says sex music on the top, and it's just the Cantina band song for like 12 songs right in a row. It's all just kind of falls together with this Star Wars bull crap.
Taking requests.
Play that same song. All right, same song. Here we go.
Oh. The flying Rancor. That's funny.
Not bad.
Yeah. Oh. Well, damn. So, okay. Well, now I'm back to. There's a lot that's got to happen in this last episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
If anybody can pull it off, it's Favreau and Filoni.
And that's
Right.
the thing. It's like we stay at home and like we've got our Star Wars action figures, and they're like doing the same thing. They're playing with their action figures, you know, with billions of dollars in budget to make these shows.
Pretty much.
I'm just waiting for like some giant species to show up, and he's got like the Wookiee bandolier thing where he can take like real people out of it and put it down in front of him for like fighting and shit, like the bandolier from the 70s with the figures. It's like that's a toy they have. That's a toy they haven't really gotten. They haven't explored on these shows yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they explore one toy on there. Now they have to do all of them.
Well,
yeah, right. There's going to be a big effigy of Darth Vader's head. That's a troop carrier.
And then the good guys have got 3PO, right? Because wasn't there a 3PO one too?
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
The foam didn't last long. Tore up.
Did it?
Yeah. That and the Dagobah, like quicksand. Yeah, I tore the hell out of that foam. Straight through.
Dang.
Man. I want to talk about the last episode because I have a theory, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So maybe we offline that for us.
Ooh.
I'm not going to call it a bait and switch, but I don't think it's going to. Since this is the last episode, me in my head thinking, okay, there are 2 episodes left, and I thought that there was going to be room for a throwdown. I don't know if that's going to happen now. If there's,
you think they're going to push it to somewhere else and go, stay tuned to the next?
Or it's going to be something. Yeah,
I think it has to. I don't think you.
I'd love it.
I don't think you pull that card and not use it.
I'd love it, but it would be interesting to see how they decide to do it.
I don't know. Or maybe it is a 2-hour episode. I'm sure somewhere they have the running time.
Another Star Wars movie. I'm into it.
Yeah.
But then what? So what are we expecting? So Boba Fett will end, and then we're gonna go straight into what's the next Marvel show?
Moon Knight.
Well, you think it'll go Boba Fett, Moon Knight, and then Kenobi?
No. I don't know what's coming after, but I don't. I think the Andor show will probably come before Obi-Wan.
I'm seeing now that people are saying that it's going to be May for Obi-Wan.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love that because my birthday is
going to start on the 4th because I think that's a Wednesday.
That'd be great. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd love that because I think Revenge of the Sith came out on my birthday that year, so it was like peak Star Wars, and that was the first time I I'd collected like the Toy Biz Marvel Legends and stuff, and I like got like an X-Men team, but like that was like the first movie that I like really was like, oh, I'm gonna get like all of these, and I'm gonna get the whole Jedi Council from this whole like thing, and that was the first time I was like really trying to be a completist. So there's like, I don't know, new Star Wars things in May is like, I don't know, really hits me where I live.
Yeah, May 4th is a Wednesday, so we'll say that. But I know May the 4th is its own thing, but my youngest daughter was actually born on Star Wars Day. Nice. Or my middle daughter was born on Star Wars Day. She was born on the 25th of May. But my wife wouldn't let me give her the middle name of Chewbacca, so
wow, you went straight into it.
That's right.
Kenobi.
But she was very understanding and allowed for her to be called Kersantin, which is crazy.
Nice. With the double R's and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to say it the right way.
Oh, the big fight interrupted by an even bigger bad.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which rings Yuuzhan Vong.
It's gonna happen. The big fight's gonna happen, and then a big purple lightsaber is gonna come out in the middle, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Mace Windu!" And it's Mara Jade.
No. Star Destroyer and Thrawn go fire.
You think so?
That's it. Yeah, and that ends.
And that's how it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You predicted Boba Fett going.
Just Thrawn's face, and then
he's just gonna get
tuned to
Oh my God. You think Thrawn's going to Death Star all of Tatooine so we can finally stop having stories on Tatooine?
No, because wait, is Tatooine even is it shown in the sequels anywhere? No. Maybe
Yeah, at the end. End of Rise of Skywalker. She goes back to Luke's homestead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Maybe just Jabba's palace.
So
Crater.
Kyle, you still have at least like 30 years worth of stories to be told on that
Tatooine,
that backwater planet.
It's the Outer Rim. No one pays attention except for
this one planet.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that they say that because then it's like all the backstory on Tarkin and everything is like he oversees the Outer Rim because it's like the most unstable. Like the Empire focused on the Outer Rim a lot.
Yeah, because it's the Wild West or whatever. No rules.
Yeah, because
I literally turned it into that. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's current, but in the past year or two, there's been a Darth Vader comic too, where it shows him going back and tracing Luke's upbringing and everything. He goes back to Tatooine, and it always makes me think, why didn't they change his name? Why did they give him the same name? Because he's got a droid with him that's going through the records, and it's like, yes, Beru and Owen adopted a child named Luke Skywalker. This and Vader's like,
even Ben changed. Even Obi-Wan changed his damn name.
Yeah, but Kenobi is not like Steve like Johnson in Star Wars,
right? Because
it's a pretty specific name.
Chrysanthemum runs into him whenever Luke's a child.
Yeah, I read that comic and that was cool because that's the first time you see the like taser nut dusters.
Yeah, but Owen's like Kenobi.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why didn't they report this?
I don't know. For me, like you could have kept Obi-Wan, but for sure change Kenobi. Because what does General Grievous call him?
Kenobi.
Yeah.
The negotiator.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows Kenobi. I feel like Obi-Wan
Skywalker.
Yeah.
John Smith.
Yeah. Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan McGee or something like that.
Obi-Wan
No, I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's the Force? What is that?
He's just a crazy old man.
Yeah. Keeps on wearing the Jedi robes and everything. But at the same time, because you think about it, all that happens within 50 years?
It does, but I don't know. For me, wearing the same robes and not changing your name enough, like this is headcanon purely, so don't quote me on this. But for me, that like speaks to the arrogance of the Jedi that everyone likes to talk about. It's like, oh, they'll never find me. I don't need to change that much. I'm powerful. I'll see him coming. I got the Force.
Old school.
Yeah.
Veeps is gonna get mad because you're talking about Obi-Wan.
I love Obi-Wan. I do my hair like Obi-Wan.
Ben Amidala
somewhere. So
yeah, I'm excited for the Obi-Wan show.
Me too.
How do you think they're going to do Hayden? Is that going to be like a flashback, or is that going to be him kind of under the helmet?
I think it's going to be under the helmet stuff.
Yeah,
because one, like we showed that like you can do under the helmet stuff really well with Iron Man, so I imagine there's going to be like maybe one of those.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But I read this. There was a Legends book that wasn't Legends until Disney, but it was called Kenobi, and it was about Obi-Wan going into the desert and like starting his training on how to like commune with the dead and talk to Qui-Gon, and like watching over Luke and protecting him from like biker gangs, actually, like kind of like like are in Boba Fett. But like it was actually a parallel. Like the book was Kenobi, and it makes you think that it's like about him protecting Luke. But the real story was like the parallels of the things that Obi-Wan and Anakin were going through at the exact same time. So like Obi-Wan is like feeling isolated, and he's like learning this new power set and like trying to commune with Qui-Gon more and more. But then Anakin is like, there's chapters where it's like he's learning how to like work his robot arm and like not slap himself in the face or, you know, kill a dude by accident, and like learning the control of that new body. And like it was their parallels. They never actually met, but it was about how their journeys are still like connected, parallel, which I think that's what I would guess is it might be something like that, because you've never really explored that.
You don't think it's going to be like Darth Vader coming to Tatooine and looking around? And
I think that's what everyone wants, and you might get that eventually, but I think there's going to be a lot of like showing how similar they still are.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll take him off planet?
Vader or Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan.
I don't know. I'm going to say no.
I would have always thought no, but it's like, I don't know. Who knows what he was.
That he's that committed to protecting that he's not going to let him out of his sight.
Yeah, that's what I get. You know, he probably sold the ship off to Jawas or whatever. He has no way of getting off. There would need to be some kind of somebody to.
He needs to ask if there's anyone with a fast ship.
Yeah. Or, you know, since, you know, Ahsoka is a friend of the family, maybe she is the one who connects and shows up and is like, yo, like, you know, I know who he is. Like, we got to do something about that. And I'll be like, where were you this whole time? You felt that you did nothing. I don't know. But I think he's going to stay put, personally. I think that there might be Inquisitors involved, like looking for Force sensitive children. And, you know, because they didn't change his name, you know, the name Skywalker probably, you know, catches some attention in some Imperial registries. So there might be some of that there.
Oh, do you think Maul will show up? Nah.
That
Maul
already
was looking for him the whole time, wasn't he?
I mean, I think they settled the Maul stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And at this time, he's doing all the like Black Sun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where they. Yeah, you got to think it's going to be when Luke is younger.
Yeah,
younger. So that would be Black Sun.
Yeah, goofing off with his friends, saying everything is wizard.
Or it could be after when Maul's actually searching for him, because didn't he spend some years? Oh, that hasn't been defined, has it? From Black Sun to him?
I don't think so. No,
being the
I
guess.
But they released a timeline though. I want to say that Kenobi and Solo take place like really close to each other as far as time goes.
I don't know. I think if you involve Darth Maul in this, you diminish the relationship between Obi-Wan and Vader. Right? It's a story about them and how they're connected. At least that's what I'm envisioning. I think if you throw Maul in the mix, it just muddies it up more.
Well, they certainly have a lot of fertile ground to explain some of the intricacies or differences of things that were said in like episode 4, like giving justification to why Obi-Wan did some of the things that he did. You know,
now I am the master. Like that kind of stuff.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah, from a certain point, or he hasn't met these damn droids, or you know.
Yeah, but they made sure to in the prequels to make Obi-Wan very who cares about droids, whatever.
Yeah.
They're replaceable.
Oh man, do you think he's droidist? Just like, oh, they all look the same to
me. well, I mean, when they walk into the cantina, I mean, he's like not even paying attention to him by then. It's like,
right,
get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Talk about headcanon. Like, I think that they don't want the droids in there because of Clone Wars and all the shit that droids did to people back then. So the bartender dude was like, I'm not letting droids in my bar. Like they just wiped out half the galaxy. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Well, it had been some years since then, but he was old.
Yeah.
He remembers.
Yeah, I mean, it's that Din doesn't like droids, right?
Yeah. But he's turned. He's changed his mind.
He was still pretty sus of droids this
R2
season.
Well, I don't know. He was. You okay? Thanks, little buddy. Or to was a little droid that from the game.
Yeah, the little
PD-1, yeah.
droid.
And then R2. Of course, he just
I
called him
guess
droid.
IG-11's sacrifice might have turned his views on droids, right?
Yeah.
Because he got upset.
Damn it!
Like, I'm gonna blow myself up. He's like, wait, no.
Why'd you have to bring him up? Now I miss him. And Queel. Ah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, they made IG badass.
Yeah.
Of course, the IG units were cool in the. Was it Clone Wars or was it? Where'd they show up?
They showed up in the books. He's IG-88 is like crazy in the old school books.
Oh, I haven't made it to him in the comics yet.
Comics, yeah. I couldn't tell you, but the old books, like he like uploaded himself to the second Death Star and like was the second Death Star.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That comment, his bar taps were IG units, so it's like, yeah, it's like you guys stay out, otherwise I'm using your heads to hold liquor.
But it's like a parallel to the like stormtrooper helmets on spikes outside.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the that's the speakeasy version of that. The gin mill head on a pike. Yeah. Forlom and Zuckus showed. Oh, don't even get this guy started.
Dude.
Dude. I hope that if Zuckus shows up again, it is voiced by Conan O'Brien.
And they like synthesize it.
There's precedence. It's the only precedence, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I think out of all the bounty hunters, because I mean, Boba Fett came back. Have we seen anybody else? Well, besides last episode, but they haven't pulled in.
They haven't pulled anybody else in. Or, I mean,
Dengar was apparently in the sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the like with more robot parts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of surprised that Bosk hasn't gotten a wink somehow this whole time.
Bosk is in the comics a lot. He's always chasing down Boba Fett, or he's always the guy that's trying to block him.
But for all the Bosks that they have had on the show, it's like it's not the Bosk.
Yeah.
They're called Trandoshans.
Trandoshans, yeah. Sorry.
The boss.
Now who's being Trandoshanist?
I think the word is xenophobic, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to come around. Well, they got to deal with all those guys in the last episode too.
Well, and that's the thing. It makes me wonder. Like, instead of a big battle, if they're going to do like an End of the Godfather thing where Boba Fett's dudes go and kill all those guys in their sleep and stuff. You know,
I would love that because it means he actually did something. And a Boba Fett Godfather moment would be pretty great. Do you think?
Yeah.
Or this whole series is just to prove that Boba Fett's not a badass. You know?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's people were. I think I saw something online. It's like people were very excited for original trilogy Boba Fett, and it's like he has like very few lines of dialogue and doesn't really do much in his own show. So you got original trilogy Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You don't remember it.
Maybe they're paralleling, with the original.
Yeah.
He was talking. He got some, like Empire Strikes Back. He got a few lines of dialogue. Return of the Jedi, not so much. And then you get to the last episode.
Total between both of those movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Get to the last episode and he just he gets dropped in a hole. But I'd like to see him. Or he could come out swinging.
He could. I mean, like we said. Like he said, if he doesn't ride that Rancor, we're gonna riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna drum. This is for you, Dad, and boom, there he goes.
Did.
I don't know. I really like the idea of like Godfather type ending where all all the little kids on Vespas kill all of the competition while he's like, I don't know. He puts. There's no baby in this. Maybe Grogu shows back up and he like puts Grogu in the back of the tank, and that's the baptism parallel to Godfather.
But the thing is, it's like the Joker effect, right? It's like if you cut off all the heads, then everybody else is in chaos, and Boba Fett doesn't have a substantial crew, so it like evens the playing field that way, even though it's messy, right?
But I'm also okay with Boba Fett being master, you know. Like he's been playing everybody so far that, oh, I'm just an old man. I don't know much, but he knows everything that's going on.
Right.
Pulls it all out.
Nobody with teeth that good doesn't have a plan.
Yeah. A long-term plan.
My headcanon is that like the acid in the Sarlacc pit like whitened his teeth. So his bones look like that too.
Well, what the Star Wars Photoshop IG account or whatever, when he was sparring with the fake Gaffy stick with the Tuskens, he's like photoshopped in giant toothbrushes.
Or maybe clone marrow is just denser.
Clone marrow.
See, that's what
very nice.
Dang.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was going to come around.
Dang. Clone marrow.
I've been waiting an hour and 56 minutes for that one because that was 100% worth it.
Well, I got the finger pointing away to the moon way faster than I thought I would, so I had to hold the other one off.
That's right. Ball's going to go there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clone marrow.
Oh, clone marrow.
No, but I'm hoping for the best. Like you said, I mean, I love Star Wars, but the first episodes,
you know what?
I'm gonna go back and watch, but I'm not in a hurry to. But the last two, it's been building to something, so I'm good with it.
I don't, and I'm the same way. It's like I'm not really like wanting or committed to one specific thing happening. I want it to just be satisfying, and if they choose to want to continue the story, it's something that sets up the next part well. And whatever that may be, I'm going to be good with it, right?
Because I Googled Mandalorian season 2.5, and they were talking about that being Book of Boba Fett all the way back to early last year.
Really?
Of book being Mandalorian, just, you know, filler in between seasons.
Yeah, because season 3 does come this year, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. When?
Probably
into the year,
time, like fall, like
same time. Because I mean, we're Kenobi and then Andor both are likely coming before that, right?
I think so.
I haven't seen anything about Andor though since.
But it's all shot though. I believe they're done shooting. So
yeah.
And I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that show too, because that is such I really hope they play up the suspense and the dangerous game time of that, because that has the that really does have the, you know, potential to be like the scariest Star Wars in terms of like danger and whatnot, and never feeling comfortable about stuff.
Plus all the people that don't like the connections to the, you know, Skywalker, all this, that seems like the show that could go out away from all that.
Yeah.
Like Mando did, but then it brought it in, and I'm sure they could do it with Andor too, but
well,
they could keep that
like,
one rolling in the background or underground or something.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like keep Mon and Bale maybe, and maybe some of the guys from, you know, Rogue One, but really this is Andor doing his thing before they brought the main crew together for that one mission. So you're right. It does have a lot of potential to be deep into, you know, undercover type things in places that we haven't got a chance to see, which would be really exciting.
Because it's got to have K2, right?
It has to, yeah. Or maybe the show shows how he got that one.
Yeah.
K2. I don't know. I episode 5, I think, is when they had the Terminator 2 type flashback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With those droids, I was like, oh.
With those droids.
I always thought they were kind of goofy looking, and then I you fight them in the Fallen Order game, and they're like no joke. But then like I saw that, and I was like, oh, It's like, oh, I didn't realize that they're Terminators.
Well, but I mean, they took two of the droids that have, you know, some of the weirdest forms with those and the probe droids, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I guess they played that up with the probe droids in Solo as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
during the Gus scene.
They're roaming around in Jedi Order too, if I remember right. I need to play through the rest of that game.
Is that a television show, sir?
No. It's a game. It's supplemental.
Yeah. But very worth your time.
Yeah, because that's where the droid came from with the
yeah.
You know, like droids tend to do.
It's just some good like lightsaber combat too. So,
yeah. Some puzzles.
Yeah. Sonic style skating.
Sonic style.
Actually, I forgot about that damn sliding. Jump the gap. Slide.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's the most fun Star Wars game I've played since Force Unleashed. So I really like that game.
Force Unleashed kind of overdid it, though. I mean, if you want, well, I guess they didn't, but at the same time, he was powerful.
Oh, I love it. I used to just replay one of those levels, like, because there's a level, I think it's the very first level where you're like on an Imperial thing, and it was kind of like a whole tech demo or whatever, because they were like, look, you can like throw dudes into metal and it'll like bend, or like throw it into like a wooden plank and he'll like shatter or whatever. So I used to just go and like, there's like a specific hallway. I remember there's like 2 stormtroopers in there. I'd like kill one of them, and I just like, you could like force grab them, and you can throw them into like the wall, and it would like bend, and I did that. It was like very like Tom and Jerry. For hours. It was the best.
Then you never used you wouldn't use the lightsaber for a long time because you were just tossing people around.
Horsepower is the best. But then eventually they released like a bunch of skins too, so you could play as like C-3PO with like a purple lightsaber and like force slamming people. Is the best.
Yeah, but then at the beginning of 2, isn't it? You're tossing around TIE fighters and stopping a Star Destroyer from crashing into the planet.
Star Destroyer is like near the end of the first one, but the TIE fighters are definitely in the second one.
Yeah, and you're a clone or something. I can't remember.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Witwer.
But it is a great. The first one has an awesome intro where you play as Vader just wiping out Wookiees on Kashyyyk.
What? No Wookiee wipeout.
Oh, it's okay when it's bad when it's Wookiees. Trandoshans get their arms pulled off suddenly.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, to go back in the chat a couple of minutes, though, Master of None was like, as long as it isn't a Scarface ending. I mean, I wasn't thinking that or expecting that, but what if it was like a Scarface ending?
That's what a way to go.
Yeah,
all the Pikes and these gangs that he said stay out of my way, they all
swarm on him. And then he says, say hello to my little friend, and it's the Rancor. And
well, they got the spice already on the planet, so I mean, there could be a big mountain of spice right in front of him as they start with that.
Speaking of that, I've watched that last episode a couple of times, and I have some problems, but it's spoiler, so I don't know.
Well, we'll offline it.
Yeah. Wookiee Wipeout.
Wow.
Now there's a game.
It's
with the Battlefront.
It's Chewbacca in beach shorts, and it's a surfing.
Yeah, it's a surfing game, right?
I think on Battlefront 1 or 2 or old one, new one or something, you could run around the Ewok villages and just wipe out Ewoks.
Yeah, but I think in the first one of the new Battlefronts, there's a game mode where it's like called Ewok Hunt, and like the Ewok is the danger.
The Ewoks are the danger anyway.
They are. I think they're vastly underestimated. I mean, they eat like, stormtroopers and all of that.
I think it's like one dude plays as like a single Ewok, and then the rest of everybody else plays as like a stormtrooper, and it's like Predator and the Ewok takes out the whole squad.
Yub.
Yeah, exactly. we need the Robo beef boss. Yub nub mother, and then
they put this in my head now too. Maybe at the end, maybe it ends with Mando being Billy the Kid.
Yeah, with his brain lizard.
Yeah, Boba Fett's Doc.
Yeah, and the Pikes bring out that big Gatling gun, and you don't expect Lou Diamond Phillips to have made it, but he did.
No, it's gonna be that little like mouse character from the Cantina that like gets his little milk that like squeaks. He's gonna be on the E-Web cannon.
Damn, they haven't named it.
I couldn't tell you the name of the
yeah, what's
you know what I'm talking
about, sir?
He was always paired up with Muff Talk
in
because it was a big character, little character.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Are you old enough to drink? Who cares? As long as you're not a droid.
That's right.
Are there age limits to drink on Tatooine or the Outer Rim?
Not on Tatooine.
No, it's lawless.
Yeah, especially down in Mos Eisley.
That's right.
Okay.
Well,
what do you think?
Well, we certainly ran the gamut today, but it was fun because we had some time to talk about cool new reveals from Super7 and teases and some great Thundercat chat, man. Hopefully, we can work it when Series 2 comes along. We can maybe do something of the same because it's always fun and interesting to hear the perspective of you as someone who works on this stuff instead of, because I can talk about fanboyisms with it all day long, but hearing through some of the process and how things came to get to where it is and where we're headed now, always makes for interesting conversation. So we appreciate it.
Happy to do it. And Robo, let's get you some figures.
When it comes to now, because let's do it with the all 4 turtles.
Yeah,
and then when I get all the bad guy group for Thundercats.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a 16-hour stream.
Yeah, because you'll have all of the mutants plus probably ever living Pumyra by the time you come up and visit. So yeah,
right. And you're gonna be, just plan a couple days because you're gonna be really tired from skating for so long.
I'll have a pile of packages right here.
Your hands are going to be really shaky from holding that rope for so long.
Yeah, it's like, but before you can talk about the Powell-Peralta stuff, you gotta skate. So we got to skate first.
God, so much pressure.
Hey, I taught my oldest to skateboard, so I can teach you. It's cool.
That's right. So just remember, Nick thinks you are just as smart as his child.
If I can, damn it. I can't argue with that though. My first thought was, you've got a long driveway and soft grass on each side.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Just make sure you wear your helmets and get wrist guards.
Yeah.
Pads.
Elbows not so much. This
helmet and wrist guards are the very first. They're the most important.
Knees are probably third, and then I would say elbows are probably last.
Yeah. If I were to do it, it'd be all of it. It'd be everything.
And chest.
Catchers.
Yeah.
Just bring your full stormtrooper cosplay outfit.
What's the suit that they train like police dogs with, like that thing? Where you're like,
yeah, and then pillows on top of that.
Yeah,
bear suit.
Because I'm getting brittle. But yeah, okay, we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody stopping by.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back soon, and hopefully Kyle will get you to join us. I feel like at the very least, we'll have to swing back around and kind of decompress the whole Boba Fett talk once that happens, because we really set ourselves up to need to continue that discussion at some point.
Yeah, we really got into it, which I'm very excited about. So
yeah.
I feel like I've kind of got my hopes up for next week, and I don't like doing that.
Next week,
you're
man,
gonna be really upset if the little bat creature isn't on anyway.
he comes out ruling Tatooine.
Right.
What is your bidding, my master? That's it.
Well, they've made it through lots of the different bar patron species at this point on these shows, so it's right. It's ready.
Real quick, right before, I mean, I just remembered Droid took over the bar, right? EV99?
Yeah.
Or was it 88? 88's in the palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
99's behind the bar.
Yeah. Dang.
Who was voiced by Mark Hamill. So
yeah, that's true. Got his comeuppance in the bar.
Yeah, that's Wooer's revenge. Okay. See everybody later.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Bye, guys.